What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 4 of my Newcastle United career mode on FIFA 16. So today we have a away game against Manchester United, one of the bigger games of the season up to now. It's going to be a rainy day in Old Trafford. Not really looking forward to this game. You know, we've had a pretty shitty start to the season. We've not done exactly really well. I think we've got a draw, a loss, and I think one more draw. No, we've only played 2 games now, haven't we? So I'm just getting a little bit ahead of myself. But we've got a couple of bad, bad games, but they're playing a pretty, I'd say it's a pretty weak team, especially at the back. You know, they're not playing De Gea, who I think is in the middle of a transfer debacle right now. As in real life, he is in the middle of a transfer, complete and utter debacle. They have no idea what's going on. Don't know if they're going to be keeping him. If they can't keep him, I don't feel as though Romero is the best player to take his spot. I just don't feel like he is. I don't feel like he's Premier League class, but there you go. You got Wayne Rooney, the number 10, looking like he could score some goals. He does, he's always fiery in this game, and now that the pace has been completely and utterly changed, that you don't need it exactly, he could be so good. So, maybe when he's older, maybe he'll come to Newcastle, who knows. There was a little bit of problem in the beginning of this game, as you can see. We have no idea what just happened, but Wijnaldum did manage to score a goal. I had a little bit of problems with some settings, which I changed just after this goal. I have no idea what was going on, but I think you do get to see here, it was some nice build-up play. I think that's from Anita over to Wijnaldum, and manages just to bang that one away. Romero, once again, like I said, not exactly Premier League standard. He's not exactly tall either, and he's definitely not high rated, but Wijnaldum's going to put that one away. And for the first time in this series, we're actually leading properly against a team that we shouldn't be. We've led against other teams, we've led against certain teams, but this time we're actually leading. And hopefully we're going to keep hold of it, because at half-time it is still 1-0. Man United just kind of played a little bit around the back a little bit, and, I wasn't really pressurizing them at all. I just wanted to hold on to the a 1-0 win for me against United away would be an incredible achievement. But Ashley Young here down the wing, plays it through into the middle, and it ends up falling to Juan Mata, who just absolutely bangs that one. I think it was with his right foot as well, and he's definitely not right-footed, as we know. But he just absolutely bangs that one. I think it was Schweinsteiger who was just running it in the box. He was ridiculous how good he was in the box. Just lays it off. Juan Mata comes in from outside the box, makes it 1-1. And that was in the 68th minute, and it's just terrible. I just cannot hold on to a lead these days, and I'm not liking it. I need to win some games. But Schweinsteiger, again, pulling the strings as he does. You expect him to, the 31-year-old man. I think he's 31 years old. I think he was like 30-odd million as well. You expect him to pull some strings, but we have changed up the formation, and Jack Colback is a surprise to me. He really is. He is really good in that CDM role. He's definitely a ball winner. As you can see, we just changed it up again. We're bringing on Cabela, who isn't really getting much game time at the moment. As you guys know, I'm not enjoying him, so we may see some business like that, but it does end up at full time 0-0. 1-1, sorry. There wasn't really any shots at all. We each had like 2 or 3 shots each that were on target, and they weren't really anything that we were gonna see as a thing. But as you can see, Timo Horn comes up and says, I really want the 70k, so I'm gonna stay here if you're not gonna give me that. And I really want to get him. He's young. He's 22 years old. He looks like he's going to be an absolute beast. So we do end up bringing him in. That means that Tim Krul has actually gone. He has left Newcastle United, and I feel as though now this team is mine. If everything goes wrong with this team, it's my own goddamn fault, because I have brought in pretty much a whole new backbone, a new front forward players, new wingers. I've pretty much just changed up this team completely, and luckily for me, we actually get a bid from 2 Premier League clubs. We get one from Crystal Palace, and I think one from Stoke, maybe Stoke or Sunderland, one of those two, for Remy Cabela. They really want to come in and take him away, which for me is really I'm really happy about that. And I think we have a Capital One Cup game here away against Cardiff. I'm playing a really weak squad. Not exactly something that I was, we don't really have a great backup at all, and the cups aren't really something that I'm looking forward to playing in. I'm focusing on the league just right now. Maybe if we manage to get out of some of the stages, the group stages of like the FA Cup would be the one that I'd be looking at definitely, because I can't remember which one it is, whether it's the Capital One or the FA Cup that does the most for you and gets the most money and stuff. But 7 minutes in, and Cardiff take the lead. For some reason, these guys were playing ridiculously well. They were playing like Barcelona. Their passing was incredible, and it's not until the 11th minute that we actually get a chance. Gouffran down the wing, just this is literally what our chances were. We didn't really have many in this first half at all. It was pretty much all Cardiff. They had most of the ball. They were playing such nice football. And our young, I think he's 68 rated. He's not exactly young. He's 24 actually. So I think he's older than Timo Horn, who is obviously our main. But Perez was actually getting a run out today. So yeah, our keeper's, he's not exactly young, but you know, he's like our second choice. I'd call him behind Elliot. In front of Elliot, sorry, because I think Elliot's a bit old now, so we're not actually going to be using him too much. But that was half-time, 1-0 down to Cardiff. We are away. I do feel like the away days are a lot, you know, you feel it a little bit more. There is actually a crowd in this game now. You can hear it properly because I didn't do a live comp for this. This was all just me playing, and I feel like I play much better in this kind of situation as well. So yeah, we're in the Capital One Cup, 1-0 down. Wasn't really what I wanted to see. It's definitely not against Cardiff. I feel like we should be, you know, they're not Premier League standard anymore. They were Premier League standard at one point, but you know, once Craig Bellamy left, I feel like they just kind of went downhill. You know, he was the main man for them. But in the 60th minute, we're going to make some substitutions. It's time. I need to bring someone on who's going to help. You know, we've got no attacking force like at all, you know. So we bring on Correa, who has been right now, he's been our main man. You know, we bring off Perez, who had a decent game, I guess. He didn't really have an amazing game. I was going to bring on Julian Brandt, but I really want him for the Premier League because Cabella's just not looking like someone that I'm going to enjoy. So we don't bring on Julian Brandt because of the fact that he's so tired right now. But Correa, as soon as he comes on, manages to obviously get himself a shot, as you'd expect, you know, just dancing around outside of the box. And it wasn't until we brought Correa on that we finally actually started to, you can see the class that it just isn't there from Cardiff. And Correa just dancing around, unlucky not to get past everyone there. He should have done, really, you know. He plays a nice ball out to Cabella on the wing, who cuts inside and actually goes for the shot. I'm trying to make him, you know, have a decent game. I wanted to try so hard to love him. I wanted to love him. I wanted him to be the player that I really wanted to play with, and he just hasn't turned into that player. So Correa again. There was a through ball that I could have played, but Correa pretty much takes the man, you know, lets the man take him. But Gouffran, it was Gouffran, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to play it to him. The simple fact that he didn't do well. But that is actually how the game is going to end. I'm so disappointed that we get knocked out of the Capital One Cup in the first round, which is ridiculous. 1-0 to Cardiff. Not exactly what we wanted to see, of course. We didn't want to see that. But what are you going to do? You know, 1-0. We tried our hardest, and it just didn't pay off for us. It just didn't. The goal scorer, he had 4 shots. They played a really good game. I've got to put it to them. They did play a really good game. You know, it's not like we played particularly badly. I just think that Cardiff played out of the skin. You know, they played really well. Plus, I'm putting it down to the fact that we didn't have our first team out at all. We had our second choice goalkeeper, who just isn't really at all Premier League or even Championship standard, I guess. But it is Stoke City who come in, so we say that if they can pay £14.5 million, then they can have him. And I think we ask Crystal Palace for 13.5. I don't know why I asked for less from Crystal Palace, but I feel like, you know, what I really was thinking at this time was if you swap, we can do a swapsy. You know, you give me Wilfred Zaha, I'll take Wilfred Zaha for Cabella, because right now he's not looking like someone I want. But they offer 14 million. We're actually going to go ahead and just straight up accept that. It's 1.8, 1.6 million more than he's worth. Crystal Palace said we're not really looking to pay that sort of money. But right now I go ahead and put a bunch of inquiries in for a bunch of different wingers on the left hand side. You know, we've got even Jordan Ibe in there, who, you know, I feel like if he came here, it may just nullify his progression. But he's probably going to get more game time here than he ever would at Liverpool. I feel like, you know, I suppose he is one of the only wingers there. But we go ahead and offer they asked for 3.4. We go ahead and offer 2 million because we're cheapskates, you know. That's what we like to do here in Newcastle. We like to get a good deal. So that's what we've been doing up to now, so we're going to carry on doing it. And we also get a offer for Jack Colback, but like I said, he's kind of showing himself as one of the main players in this team. I really am liking it. But Liverpool surprisingly accept a £2 million offer, which I really wasn't expecting at all. Like, I just did not think they were going to accept, but they did, which is awesome. Real Madrid say they want £14 million for Jesse Rodriguez, who I'm willing to pay. But we go to 12 just to see, you know, like I said, we're cheapskates. We don't pay too much. He is about a 78, 79 rated player, so he you know, he's got some years as well on him. He's definitely got some years to come. Victor Fisher, they asked for 9. We go in and say 6. You know, I usually like to bring it down. You know, if they're asking for like 9, we're going to go 6, just to see what happens. We completely disagree with anything they're going to say about Sandro. I decided that I actually didn't want to go for him at all. But Munier is someone that I would like to get. But, you know, he's 19, he's at Barcelona. Maybe in a couple of seasons we could definitely think about bringing him in. But right now, we have a game. It's a home game against Arsenal. One of the big... We've had some big dog games today. Maybe the name of the episode, Big Dog Games, because we've got some big teams up against us. You know, definitely league title... You know, they want it. They both are capable. They both have teams capable of doing it as well, of winning the league. So they're both contenders, but we're here at St. James's Park. You know, the crowd is behind us. You know, I had the sound up. I had my headphones on. It was kind of late at night. I was in the game. But as you expect, Arsenal get the first chance, but some nice defending, but we end up passing it back to them, which is not what I wanted to do. And at this point, I thought they'd won a penalty, but luckily they hadn't. It was actually in our favour, which is good. But Wijnaldum picking up the ball here. He's turned out to be one of my favourite players on this team. He is incredible, just dancing past the defence, goes for the finesse. Unluckily for us, it falls to Peter, who is just an incredible goalkeeper. We have to admit, you know, they've got a really good goalkeeper at the back right now. But Correa doing what Correa does. Tries for the finesse. It falls to Musa Sissoko, who hits it. Doesn't actually manage to do anything, but that is actually how the first half ended. There wasn't really much to it. Arsenal played the way you'd expect Arsenal to play. They had a lot of possession in the midfield. But in the final third of the pitch, for me, they didn't really have anything, which was really good for me. You know, I was glad because I really did not want them to have the ball often in this third of the pitch. As you see, they're just passing it around. Does Oxlade-Chamberlain down this right wing, whips the ball into Danny Welbeck, but Horn is there first. Again, like I said, I seem to have some issues that I need to sort because I record on PC. Obviously, I play PC. But Thorvin here, look at this getting through, and Wijnaldum should have hit that way better. That deserved a much better finish. He got so lucky. He just powered through him. He's only a little guy as well. He powered through, but Wijnaldum with his left foot did absolutely nothing, which really upset me. Like I said, sometimes in the final third, the final shot, it kind of messes up a little bit. So I do have to fix that. But in the, I think this is in like the 50th or 60th minute, we are going to make some substitutions. I'm going to actually bring on I'm going to bring on Perez because I needed a cam. I was thinking about De Jong. You saw me looking. I was like, do I bring on De Jong? Do I bring on Perez? But I actually changed it up, and I'm going to go with Correa as my cam and Mitrovic as my top, because I really want to give him as much games as I can, but I'm not feeling him. He's not the type of player I like. But Julian Brandt here down the left hand side with the finesse. Petr Cech keeping Arsenal in this game, and it was just Julian Brandt has just absolutely gone mad. You can see how tall he is as well, and for a player of that kind of stature, he's really nifty on the ball, you know. A nice tackle here from Anita, who is such a good ball winner. He's not exactly the strongest or tallest, but he just seems like a really good ball winger. Correa absolutely selling Mertesacker and putting that into the top corners to put us ahead in the 75th minute. Correa has had a blistering start to the season. Yes, he's only scored one goal, but to me, he has been the person that I've looked to actually score my goals. He's the guy that gets down the wing, and he can easily cut inside. As soon as he gets that ball anywhere near the box, especially against a defender like Mertesacker, he's selling him every time. And during this game, Mertesacker was the guy that I was just trying to completely exploit, because I don't know what it is about this FIFA, but he just kind of wanders around. You know, he won the World Cup last year, but he just kind of wanders and does literally nothing. He is the person that I'm looking to exploit because he's terrible. His passes were awful. He just did not have a good game. Maybe it was just this game that he's been doing it, but right now he just wasn't having a good game. He's not actually covering anyone. If I'd have cut that back into the box instead of trying to go for the triple tap, probably would have had him, whoever that was, running into the box. I think it was Wijnaldum, open and ready for it. But again, we're going to play up to Mitrovic. Doesn't have as much pace as I'd like, but you know, pace isn't everything. Correa picks up the ball, picks out Mitrovic again. He's actually going to just dance past Gabriel. Everyone's knackered. Everyone is absolutely knackered on the team, and I feel like he should be doing better. That's the reason why I'm not really enjoying it. He should be doing better than that. You know, he's finishing. He's like 82. He should be hitting that better. You know, he's had a couple of good chances, but I don't know. He's the kind of player that I'm off and on about. I really like him as a player, but in FIFA, I'm not enjoying him. So we'll have to see what happens. Let me know what you guys think as well. You know, who should I really be playing? You know, who do you think I should really be putting my faith in? Right now, for me, it's Correa. And as you can see, there wasn't really much that happened in that game. There's literally two highlights that I could have watched, which is the miss from Wijnaldum and the goal from Correa. As you can see, they had one shot on target. They had two in general, but one shot on target. And the possession wasn't actually as one-sided as I thought. They had 63%, which is quite a lot. But, you know, we had a little bit too. So we get a Munier. They say that they're not going to accept it at all. They come back and say that they definitely want the 14 million for Jose Rodriguez. Liverpool and Jordan Ibe. Jordan Ibe has accepted his contract. You know, he feels like he's going to get the squad rotation. He's actually going to be rotated in the squad in my team. rather than at Liverpool, where maybe he doesn't feel like he can play. Victor Fisher and Munier, they're definitely out. The two players that I'm going to be looking at are definitely Jordan Ibe and Jesse Rodriguez. And as you can see, someone has made an approach to one of my players, someone at Spurs. I think it was Victor Fisher. So luckily for us, we're not actually going for him. It keeps popping up that, you know, we're literally in transfer deadline day now. We're looking to bring in these final two players that we really want to bring in. I definitely need a new left mid after getting rid of Cabela, and I would really like a proper backup. You know, Gouffran didn't do the job for me. But as you can see, they both have accepted, and we have enough money to bring in both of them just about. Actually, the money that we have left, we may actually be able to go out and buy another player. So we're going to take a look at the transfer market. We're going to see who there is. I saw a player before whilst I was searching through. I was just, you know, looking through what we could get. And it is Maritzi, what's his name? Lietner. Now, he's been in this game for a while. He's been, you know, up and down with Borussia Dortmund. He got loaned out last season. He was as well with like Bittencourt, who I did look at as well because I really like him and Bittencourt. But we're going to go ahead and offer him a contract. See if he's going to be able to say yes. He comes in and says, no, I want more money. So we're going to head and offer him, I think we offer him 40k in the end. You know, I look at 45 and I'm like, no, he can have 40. I'm not going any more than that. I don't know what his rating is. I don't have time to check this type of stuff. I just need a backup CM after getting rid of Tiote. And he does say yes. So we do have still £1 million left over. Maybe we'll put that into youth. Who knows? And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a pre-contract for someone. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and change all these. We're going to look at someone who has a year left on his contract and who is a first-team player. And we're going to see quite a few people come up in the next couple of months. Some that I'm definitely looking at getting, definitely some defenders there that we can definitely look at getting. I've seen a couple. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. Leave a comment on what you want to see me do in the series. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.